Good day, good day. It's God Says Ministries, the House of Fire, and I'm Prophet Tavis. So, this is an update on the Uganda trip next year, February, March into April, 2 months. The youngster that was going with me has pulled out. I was kind of expecting it, not everybody can live in bush conditions and whatever for 2 months. That's why I like to go, because then uh, you can't hide who you are, and neither can the people that you're staying with hide who they are. Everybody's just genuine and just the children of God and just doing what God is wanting us to do. So basically, what do we have? September, October, November, December, January. 5 months to go to the Uganda trip. Um, Pastor Grace and his community there, family of their church, are building a new church. Oh, excuse me. A big, big, big new church in a very rural area, which is basically across from Entebbe, but into across the ferry and then into a very rural area. They're building a church there, and I believe God's got something for me to build at that church. I've kept on seeing a sort of raised prayer garden, uh, a raised prayer garden. That's what I've been keeping on seeing, um, where Pastor Grace and his leaders can have a prayer garden on site because they've got quite a big piece of land. So I've been seeing a raised prayer garden in that area. I don't know if God's going to do it, but I mean, it depends on finances, of course. But we've got to get the finances in first for the trip. So we're looking now. It's dropped because the youngster has pulled out, and I mean he's going through his final exams now, and I don't blame him. He's to have the pressure of exams and a trip coming up that he uh, is not used to sort of trips like this at the moment. It'll be the first one he would have had, and it would have been probably a bit too much for him, because quite a few times in Uganda you actually doing nothing, and then you just 100 miles an hour doing everything, and it's quite a thing to drive around the country and live in the little villages, not having your ablutions like you used to, and just having a hole in the ground, and not having showers and stuff like that like you used to. You got a Coke bottle and a basin basically, and you got to do that for sometimes 2 months. So yeah, at the children it's quite nice because you've got a sort of shower cubicle but no shower. So you're using your basin in there, but you've got hot water sort of stuff. And Pastor Grace put a long drop toilet in, but put in the ground, but they put a porcelain toilet on top, so it's not like you got a flushing toilet, but you do have something that you can feel fairly comfortable on. Yeah, so I want to spend a little bit of time at the children, 2 or 3 weeks there. I went to the tower. I see they haven't done much with it. I want to get a few more of the droppers there, the poles, small poles, and make sure that railing, which I didn't finish, the security around it, they're using it as is, that everybody feels comfortable walking up it because they think they're going to slip underneath, because it's not steps, it's ramps. So yeah, I like to get everything sorted out at least 2 months beforehand. But I mean, I'm in the hands of God's timing, yeah. So and I know he's very faithful always to provide. So it's in his hands all the time. So those of you who want to be a part of this, um, in the description below this video, you'll have the PayPal site. Unfortunately, PayPal is the only thing that really works around here, and at the moment the dollar is still pretty strong against the rand, and so it brings in a decent amount of cash, dollar to rand value. I know there's things going on in the world that's going to bring everybody onto a fairly par even exchange rate. Eventually, when things collapse here, as the dollar collapses and economies collapse, and we go on to God's system, a new system, but I mean the devil is trying to push his system in. So as I said, the dollar is still pretty strong against the rand at the moment. So the value, when dollars come in, even if it's $100 or $50, it's still over 1,000 rand or close to 2,000 rand. So we need about 25,000 rand for tickets and bits and pieces and visas to get myself over there or get us over there. I always talk about we, and because that's you and me. And of course you need like data, quite an amount of data, because I'm going to be pushing out the videos every day like I normally do on what's going on there. And I don't worry about food myself because this gets supplied, and I don't eat much at all really these days. So can maybe buy some extra cash, or maybe buy some 100-kilo bag of rice for the kids, so they can have a change from the pop, which is milli pop, which is like a very stiff pop made from crushed millies, and beans they normally eat, so they can have their beans and rice, which they very much enjoy. So as I said, we got September, October, November, December, January, 5 months, and then I want to leave sort of the goal is to leave sort of start of February. It depends on the tickets. From the 1st of Feb to the 6th or 7th, in between there, and coming back on April, same sort of time. So 2 months in Uganda. And we're going to be preaching, we're going to be prophesying, we're going to be laying hands on the sick, we're going to casting out demons, we're going to be doing everything that the book of Acts did. So we're going to be stepping into that. There will be a little bit of a working time for me, but I'll give instructions more what I want done, and then I'll just finish it off. And so maybe a prayer garden, a raised prayer garden in the actual church area, in the new church they're building at the moment, so that Pastor Grace and the leaders over there have a place, and whoever comes to visit from around the world can come and pray, and we'll just have a conversation in the prayer garden, So that's what I'm aiming for. As I said, the youngsters pulled out, so it's just you and me, and we're aiming for, the goal is to get in 25,000 rand, which is about $1,300, I think, around about $1,300. Just to remember, put in the reference Uganda trip, that I know I'll put that aside for Uganda, mustn't be used for anything else. I mean, if you want to sow also into the ministry as it is, as we're doing here, as you can see, I've been painting here, the colors have changed. I had a rush job getting in here. I had to get out of my flat and then move into this little trailer, which I'm very comfortable in. And so I'm redecorating, making it look a bit more homey for myself, and a bit more for the new wine on the color on the walls. And so there's a bit more to do, but it's getting in there. So yeah, if you want to sow into the ministry as it is, just as it is, what we do around this town that I live in, which is council families. We go into houses where people are having problem with demonic entities and remove them. And of course, going to pray for the sick, and that's the Acts, the Book of Acts. So put it for ministry. Make sure just straight for ministry or Uganda trip. Those who want to actually have the bank account, the ministry's bank account, especially for South Africans and those who in the States want that, there is the email address in the description as well, and you can just drop me an email and I'll send you the bank details for that. But the PayPal is there. So I'm looking forward to the trip. I'm also looking forward to what God's about to do in the next 3 months, because we are about to see a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and we're also going to see a lot of joy as God's words that He's spoken through the prophets, not only myself, are going to start to manifest all quickly. And when they start manifesting, you must realize that we're standing in front of the sea, Red Sea, and it's going to look all lost and whatever you, but God's plan is perfect, and that sea is going to open, and we're going to walk into the land of prosperity for a season of grace for all of us, and the wicked is going to lose all their wealth, and it's going to come to the righteous. And I'm looking forward to it. We're living in biblical times, really living in biblical times right now. And every day is a biblical day as you're alive, and happy to wake up in the morning and move forward with God, and excited to see what He's about to do next. Anyway, God bless you. May His favor drift from every part of you. In Jesus' mighty name. Amen.